Have you ever wanted to start a K-pop journal but you just don't because you don't know what supplies you need to actually start a K-pop journal? Then this video is made for you. First, to start K-pop journaling you need supplies, a journal. Now the one that I use is an online bullet journal with dotted pages and I love it. But you can use literally any kind of notebook to journal. Like we all have tons of notebooks laying around at home that we don't use. First tip, use them. You don't need to have the exact same journal that everybody has in the videos you're watching to start journaling. Just do it your way. For example, one of my old journals is a junk journal that I made myself from scratch with the papers I had at home. My advice is simple. You want to journal? Just start. Don't wait till you have all the good supplies or for everything to be perfect from the beginning. Just open your journal and make your first spread. With time, you'll improve and find your own style. Now that it is said, you still need some supplies to start journaling, aside from the pictures and the printables you'll use in your spreads, and that's what I'll be talking about in the next few minutes. There are two types of supplies. The ones you actually need to start journaling and the ones you see other people have, want, but don't really need. Let's start with what you really need. First, let's talk about pens. What I use to write in my journal is a 0.4mm black fine liner. It was like the cheapest one in the store and I just love it, even if it's not coming from Muji. I also use a 0.2mm black fine liner, mostly to outline my letters and draw doodles on the pictures I use in my journal or on the pages themselves. You absolutely need a white pen. It will help your lettering to be more fancy, trust me. You can also draw doodles on pics or pages with it. Be careful when you choose a white pen though. Most of them turn out grey on black paper once they dry and we don't want that. If you want to do small calligraphy, like how fancy people do in their journals when they quote songs, you'll need a small brush pen like this. It's really useful, so I recommend you to have one even if you don't do any calli. Speaking of calligraphy, there are two options for you. Depends on if you have mastered the art of calligraphy or not. And I'd like to say here that you don't need to know everything about calligraphy to journal, okay? I don't, for example. I just began learning and that's totally fine. Nonetheless, at first, for beginners, what I recommend is, if you can, to buy dual brush pens. But not the Tombow ones necessarily, because they're expensive and you'll spend tons of money on something you're not sure you're gonna know how to use one day, even if I believe in practice makes it easy. Anyway, I bought these ones for a cheap price and they're perfect with their brush and fine liner. You're not bound to buy these though. You can also do calligraphy with markers like this one. That I love. They're really cool. Or even with midliners. I know you've heard about them before. You just have to buy fine liners to have virtual brush pens and you're good to go. When you have your pens ready, you just need the basics we all have at home. A ruler, scissors, an eraser, glue, a pencil, a cutter. I recommend you to buy this one. It's the best. And if you have that, some Stabilo. That'd be useful. Once you've got all that, you'll need papers, the basic ones. Black, white, brown, book pages, clear pages. You'll use them a lot. You can also use pattern papers, like these ones. Usually, I buy them in paper pads. There are 50 sheets of paper inside. They're really cheap and I really love to buy to work with it. Sorry. But really, you can always go for an all black and white aesthetic for your journal and you won't need them. But don't hesitate to look around at home. I'm sure you'll find treasures when it comes to pattern papers, vintage papers, or something like music sheets, for example. The next thing you need is washi tape. This is a must-have, and that's cheap, so you can have a blast buying tons of it. Even though I have more than 500 washis at home, I only use like 10 to 12 on a regular basis, so you can start with 10 or 15 washi tapes and that will be more than enough. Don't forget to buy basic ones and not just pattern ones. I recommend you to go to AliExpress for that. That's truly the washi paradise. But I must say that with white paper and a colored marker, you can also make your own washi tape. You can even doodle to draw patterns on it. Everything is possible. Okay, that's all you actually need to start journaling. Now let's talk about what you can add to that but don't really need. Cute stickers. I see a lot of journalers using stickers. That's cute. But really myself, I use stickers maybe once or twice in 4 years. That's not for me a must-have, it's just a plus. And like the washi tape, you can even make them yourself with just a pen, white paper and clear tape. I'll share a video that shows you how in the description box so you know what I have in mind. What I use in terms of stickers are dot stickers. I just fell in love with it, I admit. But here again, with a little punch that you can buy for less than €2, you can do them yourself. So don't worry. Then comes the sticky notes. I have tons of them at home, but I rarely use them in my journal. Again, that's just something you can have but don't really need. If you want to, you can even cut pattern papers in different shapes and make them yourself. If you have the resources, I recommend you to buy some punches to make different shapes. I use them like all the time, especially this one. But again, if you can buy it, you can do it yourself. For example, using the tip of your glue to draw the circle on the paper and then cut it. Easy peasy. Lastly, you can use stamp and stencils. I love using them. They're just beautiful. And I love the usually vintage vibes it gives to my spreads. The thing you need to not forget is that if you want to start a journal, do it. Don't compare yourself to others. Don't think about what others might think about your spreads. Be fearless. Go on YouTube, Instagram or Pinterest to find some inspiration if you need to, and just start working on your journal. You'll never regret it. Okay, that's it for this video. I hope that it has been useful. I'll see you in the next one where we'll talk about spread ideas. So stay tuned. Bye bye.